What up, everybody? It's Zoo 502 County. And look, man, I'm doing something different. I'm basically doing a discussion on one of my favorite YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Something that he was talking about the red haired pirates. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I've it's been a while since I made a video, and one of the reasons I've always been thinking, like, what type of gimmick should I come up with? What type of person should I be? And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just come to it like it is. I am who I am. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I want y'all to kick it with me. I like anime. You like anime? Then we gonna like each other. That's just that. You know what I mean? So boom, here we go. Turn the lighting. Fucks with dude.
Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is gonna do One Piece Shanks discussion video. Red hair Shanks discussion video. Now, I do want to apologize for not posting this video earlier because I had computer troubles. I had to do it. I had to bring it to Best Buy because of a malfunction in my laptop, and it had to be fixed. And it took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but basically, it's over now. Everything's a-okay. And, even though this discussion is coming out later than I wanted to, better late than never. So, that being said, Shanks discussion video right now. Red hair Shanks, the Yoko. Alright? Now, the first thing I want to talk about here is his character development. Because the only thing we know about Shanks is that he was a member of Goldie Roger's crew, and then once the crew split up, he gained his own crew, and then he met Monkey D. Luffy, lost his arm, and then it goes up, and then that's it. Actually, yeah, that's all we know about Shanks. Now, the thing is that Shanks, alright, we have no idea when he attained the status of Yokon. He could have been a Yokon before he met Luffy or after he met Luffy. We have no idea. We have no idea when he attained that status of Yokon. I'm going to assume after he met Luffy, and I'll explain why. Now, when it comes to his home, people assume, or no, correction, not assume, but there are some people who believe that Shanks is actually a villain. And the thing is, I don't see that happening. But if Shanks is a villain, the only reason as to why he'd be a villain is if he wants to attain One Piece, but he cannot because he's not a D member. And thus, he's manipulating Monkey D. Luffy in order to attain One Piece. That is the only reason as to why Shanks would be a villain.
Now I'm gonna stop it there, and that's something that I wanted to hit on. Now, I don't believe the whole Shanks a villain thing. For one, if that was the case, if that was his goal, he could have just kidnapped Luffy when he was a kid. If D was the cause, and I think Shanks was more of the line like Whitebeard. He just wanted to keep peace. He wanted to he wanted to balance out the world. He wasn't he didn't feel like he was the one who should be making the changes, but he was willing to guide it, and that's just really how I see that. I don't see Shanks being a villain. But I will say this. I do feel like he knows where the One Piece is. I do feel like he knows all the secrets of the world. But if everybody remembers Silver Ray, you know, he said everybody's truth is gonna be different. So just just because they perceived it one way, don't mean you will. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different for everybody who comes across it. So we'll see from there.
And the thing is, Shanks knows where One Piece is. Because I said before in an earlier video that I did before, every member of Goldie Roger's crew that is still alive should know where the treasure is located. Because they're Goldie Roger's crew. That means that Shanks, Buggy, Crocus, they should know where the treasure is. Think about it. Why doesn't Buggy go after One Piece instead of Captain John's treasure? because he knows what One Piece is, and he doesn't want it. It's that simple.
Exactly.
And Shanks, if he was a villain, he may want it because he may want that power. He may want One Piece because of its power or something of that nature. I'm not too sure. But again, in my personal opinion, I don't think that Shanks is going to be a villain. Now, that being said, let's get on to Shanks' combat ability, all right? Because again, and no, actually, there's a few more things. Yeah. One more thing we do know, that Shanks had daily duels with Dracula Mihawk, meaning that at some point after the disbanding of the Goldie Roger Pirates, he knew Mihawk at some point. And the thing is that, again, we don't know how and when he got his crew. We don't know how and when he attained the status of Yokon. We don't know. So unless Oda does like a full-blown character development detail based around Shanks, there's a lot of things that we're not going to know about Shanks. There's a lot of things that we're not going to freaking know at all, ever. Unless Oda reveals it.
I feel like, when Shanks met Luffy, that was maybe a few years after, Roger's death. And he was just collecting his crew. Now, Shanks was already a badass. You know what I'm saying? He was already the man. I really feel like he got his Yonko status from being, if you really think about it, there's no one else active, besides Buggy and Shanks. And obviously, Buggy was a joke, and they didn't know nothing about Buggy for the longest of time until the event at Marineford. If you really think about it, he was a nobody. The only reason he got mixed up is because of Luffy. And that's 20 years after the fact. So, that's how I feel like he got his rank. Now, of course, all his duels with Mihawk and the battles that he went through, yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to know what it is. But a part of his Yonko status and a part of his skill sets and all that comes from being on the ship with Roger.
Through Shanks to Luffy. So, now, that being said, let's get on with his combat development, his combat skill. Now, the reason why I say that Shanks became a Yokon after he met Monkey D. Luffy is because Shanks attained Haki at that point in time. Now, we don't know, because we don't know about him having Haki before he met Luffy. But what we do know is that he showcased Haki the moment he lost his arm. He lost his arm, the Sea King bit it off, and then he looked at the Sea King, and then bam, the Sea King ran away. Now, in my personal opinion, the thing is that if he knew Haki back then, that Sea King would not have bitten his arm off. So, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking that he gained Haki, or he gained the knowledge of Haki.
Now that I have to disagree. I honestly feel like, he had Haki at that time. Might not be as tuned as it is now, but he most definitely had it. Because that's what the glare was. That was our first sign of Haki. We just didn't know what it was. Now, I do believe he saw it coming with his observation Haki. But he knew he had to save Luffy. It was his arm or Luffy. And that's why I feel like he told Whitebeard when he was on Whitebeard's ship, I made a bet on the New World. Because he believed in Luffy from the beginning. You know what I mean? He believed in who he was going to become from the beginning. So he was willing to make that sacrifice, even though he saw it with his observation Haki. And even though he could have, dodged it or probably stopped it, but it would have been and you know what I'm saying? It'd have been at risk of Luffy.
At that point in time, he excelled in Haki, and he became a Yokon after becoming very devastating with his Haki ability. And we do know that he is a skilled swordsman since back in the day, he had daily duels with Mihawk. Now, the thing here is that it gets kind of weird because Mihawk is known as the #1 swordsman, but Shanks is also a swordsman. So I don't know if Shanks has, it's kind of weird because you have to wonder. You have to wonder as to how Mihawk attained the status of number one swordsman. Was there a swordsman who was considered number one in the world previously before Mihawk, and did Mihawk beat that person? Because in my personal opinion, I think Shanks is stronger than Mihawk. I really do. And if Shanks is stronger than Mihawk, and Shanks is a swordsman, then wouldn't Shanks be considered the number one swordsman?
I don't think so. Only because Shanks is a pirate. You know what I'm saying? Shanks is a captain of a pirate. He's a legit pirate. Mihawk, I wouldn't even really consider him a pirate. He's more just like a Roman samurai. You know what I'm saying? He's just a outlaw. You know what I mean? He's an outlaw who's super cold with the sword. You know what I'm saying? He's not a pirate. He doesn't have a crew. He's not selling the seeds. He's just, the only time we ever seen him in a boat, it was like a little raft, and he was just cutting shit up because it got in his way. You know what I mean? I don't think Mihawk is a pirate. So that's why I felt like they gave him the strongest swords swordsman title, and not to Shanks, because Shanks is a pirate. So they gave him the Emperor, the Yonko title. You know what I mean? And that's how I believe they divided the two, because he was strong enough to fight a person who's a Yonko, and he's a swordsman. That's all he is. So he would be the strongest swordsman. You know what I mean?
It was kind of weird, but the thing is that I think that there was someone who was previously known as number one. Mihawk beat this person, and Mihawk became the number one. Now, it's a fact that Shanks knows at least both the Conquering King and Armin's Haki. The reason why we know he knows Armin's Haki is because he blocked Akainu's Magma Fist. He blocked that. You don't block that unless you have Armin's Haki, which he did. He blocked that shit and stopped the fucking war. Everyone knows that. That shit was fucking epic. Came out of nowhere, bam, yeah. Good job, young Marine. I'm like, oh shit, Shanks, okay. So, obviously he knows Armin's Haki. Now the thing is that the reason why I say his Haki is so devastating is because no one else in the One Piece world has showcased Haki, at least King Conquering Haki, the way Shanks did. Because and if you guys remember, the moment Shanks walked on to Whitebeard's ship, when he was talking about Teach, when he was carrying that big ass sake bottle, we all remember that the people were passing out. Also, if you do remember, when he was walking, the ship was damaged. The ship started to crack and break apart. Simply because Shanks was there. Shanks was simply there, and the ship was breaking apart.
Yeah. Now, I think that's due to the fact of being on Rogers' pirate ship. If you look at it, and this is something else I also think, uh, is one of Shanks' self duty, something that he gave himself, is he knows something is wrong with the devil fruit. That's like something that's corrupt in the world, and that might be a truth that you find out from from the One Piece, because it's a theory that the celestial dragons are not from this world. They brought the devil fruit, so you know how that goes. But you know, I don't think no one on Roger's ship was a devil fruit eater. You know what I'm saying? No one of any substance. So they had to be Hawkeyed out. You know what I'm saying? They had to be the ultimate Haki crew that to fight against. And we know his opposites had that. We know they had that. We know they had that. We know for a fact that they was going against people who had devil fruits. Shiki, Whitebeard, We know for a fact that Kaido and Big Mom was around. We're not sure what Kaido Devil Fruit is, but I'm pretty sure he does. And I think Shanks is the only Yonko to not have a Devil Fruit. That I do believe that. I believe he's the only Yonko to not have a Devil Fruit because it's based off of how Roger ran his crew. Because if you think about it, who on his ship has the Devil Fruit? When they had the Devil Fruit, the Gumma Gumma Fruit, no one was trying to eat it. It was put away in a box. It was put up for safety. And, so my theory is that's the reason why his hockey is top notch.